something super awesome happened to me, and I couldn't tell anyone about it for ages. And I will tell you why, because I was literally so scared that I wouldn't be able to make it happen. But I got invited to Annecy Animation Festival by Moho to represent them on the Moho stand in MIFA, which is the big industry part of the animation festival. I got asked 2 months ago, or at least 2 months before the festival, and I won't lie, absolutely said no. Now, you might not know this about me, but if you do know me in real life, you will probably know that I am so scared of public transport, not just flying, but buses, trains, taxis, everything. Anything that I feel like I'm not in control of. It's all related to, oh god, this is TMI already. Why do I do this? It's all kind of related to IBS. There, I've just said it. Now we're all on level playing field. You know more about me than you ever wanted to know. I'm so scared of flying. I'm so scared of trains. And Annecy is quite far away from where I currently live. Moho was so nice to me. They asked me very gently. They gently encouraged me. They said that it would be really good for me. I was like, okay. I mean, sure, maybe. And I thought, right, I have to figure this out now. I did really want to be there. I love Moho, as you know, and I really wanted to represent them there. It would also be a really good opportunity for me to give out my business card, tell studios who I am without me having to actually network. They would literally be coming to me, which was amazing, and I will tell you all about that in a minute. First thing I had to tackle was the fear of traveling. So I enlisted the help of a local clinical hypnotherapist. I didn't know what else to do. I only had 2 months to prepare. I've been through a lot of different therapies for a lot of different things in my life already. I have been on anxiety medication for 15 years at least. I didn't know what else to do. So I thought I would try something I've never tried before, and that was clinical hypnotherapy, where I was thinking, please just brainwash me into being able to do this. Do whatever you need to. Please just brainwash me into being able to catch a plane. And the guy said, it doesn't work like that, but we can obviously help change your inner self-talk and help your brain appraise a situation in a more accurate way. One of the best things I learned from him was the fact that anxiety is, yes, it's fear and it is setting off the fear response, the fight or flight response, but it's your appraisal of the situation that is kicking that off. And that is what's skewed. I'm overestimating the threat and I am underestimating my resources. I freaking loved that. So the whole process from start to finish was very up my street. I love learning about the brain. I loved learning about my thoughts and how that would trigger sensations in my body, which would then make me panic, which would then make me trigger fight or flight, and then learn never to do that again. So in my case, that would be catching a bus or, whatever. That is for a different vlog. This is not what you come to me for. So I arrived at Annecy. Annecy in France is absolutely beautiful. I was going to be working in MIFA. I thought I would be in the absolute gorgeous building, this beautiful like imperial palace where all the pitches happen, all the business happens, all the companies come out to recruit or not recruit, as I've heard on the floor. So I was at the Moho booth in MIFA, and for the 4 days that I was there, I was demonstrating the software to anybody who would listen. Anyone who came past the booth and asked for a demonstration, I was there to be like, yo, I can show you. I love this software. Here are all the answers to your questions. I got asked some brilliant questions. I had some lovely conversations with people. I tell you what, if you ever get the chance to represent a software in MIFA at the Annecy Animation Festival, it is so much easier to network than if you go there just for networking. So I have actually been to Annecy before a long time ago, in 2015 I think. So that's nearly 10 years ago. Same problems then, hated traveling, but I was drugged up to the eyeballs back then. And I went as a person, a normal person, an animation person looking for jobs, looking for work, looking to just find out what projects are happening and when, and trying to see if I could speak to different studio execs or recruiters about working for them. And I gave 2 business cards away. And I think those were to my friends because I'm quite nervous. I'm not a perfectly natural networker. I'm not in love with the process. I haven't figured out a way of making it easy yet, and it doesn't feel easy. It feels a bit icky, to be honest. However, being on the Moho booth, I had studio executives, producers, top level animation creatives come to me to ask me questions about Moho. And I must have given 50 business cards away, because after the end of every conversation, they would say, and who are you? And I'd be like, well, I'm Danny. I'm an animator. I don't work for Moho. I'm a freelancer. And they'd be like, have you got a card? Yes, sir, I have a card. Which Moho are totally awesome with this giving out. It was a dream come true. I spoke to probably, like, name a major studio on this planet, I probably spoke to a representative from them. I feel like, I'm not just saying this because I'm a fan, but I feel like Moho is going to kick off. So many studios are asking about what can it do, how can we work it in a pipeline. I got to answer those questions and show them how fun and easy I think it is. It's up to them now to go away and hopefully work out how they can use that in a project. So Moho animators, like, I'm thinking about making a list. I'm thinking about making an animation list. Like, if you're a Moho animator, let me know, because I'm making a list. Maybe I'll put a post out about that, because I have had that in mind. People ask me all the time, do you know other Moho animators? And I know like 3 or 4, 5, 6 maybe tops, and they're always busy. So I think I'm going to make a Moho list. Anyway, I wanted to show you some of the Moho demo that we were showing off at the marketplace. So Moho themselves had written a little bit of a script, more of a guide really, like if they ask about this, show them this. If they don't know anything about Moho, take them top down, like through all these different things, show off the smart bones, show off the meshes, show off the bitmap tools, show off blah 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 blah. So we had like a rough little script to stick to, but we obviously were able to go off piste based on how we were reading the person and what questions they were asking. And obviously based on my own expertise, I could then say, I'll show you something cool, or here's a thing I've worked on specifically to answer your question, I'll show you that. It was so nice having really nice conversations with like animators as well as those studio executives that came around. So cool. I'll show you a little bit of what we showed. So we showed off the smart bones, like I've already said. The line boil got so many oohs when we were showing it off. It's so easy to make people go ooh. The automatic line boil got a lot of love. So did the sexy wolf. So many people, I call it the sexy wolf, Victor's wolf, whatever you want to call it. So many people wanted to see it. It was really, really nice to show it off and show them actually how ridiculously simple it is as a rig. It's like a very simple rig. Very nice. I also showed off some of the hand-drawn tools, and mostly, just because I am working on Puffin Rock at the minute as a lead animator, we had one of the Puffin Rock rigs. I can talk them through that. Hell, you guys know, or do you not know? Maybe you don't know. I was the build and rig supervisor on the Puffin Rock movie, so I know those rigs inside and out. I found it very easy to show off Una and show off everything about her, how she's built, how simplistically she is to use as an animator, because all her controls are top level. Maybe I'll go through that in a second video if you really want to know all about how great that is. If you don't know all that, what I've just said, did you know that I did a Moho webinar all about the Puffin Rock rigs? I will link it below in the description, or have it up one of these. I'll have it up on the screen so you can click through and have a look at that. It shows you literally the process of how we tackled those big studio rigs in Moho. And then it was time to go home. 4 days of absolute heaven. I was exhausted by the end, actually. In fact, I lost my voice on day 4, so the Friday of Annecy, nearly completely lost my voice. It was doing that whole thing where it skids in and out mid-sentence. I had to say sorry to so many people. Like, I'm sorry, I will repeat myself. I have been talking at loud volume for 4 days. It was amazing. In fact, I'm still tripping balls off it. Like, I think I was on high adrenaline for the entire week. It was performing. Like, I had to perform, keep myself really high vibe, go through the same things over and over, but make it sound exciting and fun each time, and also mirroring the person who'd come to speak to me. I found that kind of thing totally fascinating. I really enjoyed it, actually. It took a lot of strength, a lot. But I would do it again in a heartbeat. And in fact, I haven't come down from it yet. I'm filming this about a week after returning. So I've been at work for a whole week. And I've been like so high vibe all week. Like, woo! Off the charts high vibe. I'm so excited. I don't know if you can tell. So to get home, there was 2 Swiss trains like I've already talked about. Another plane flight, woo woo, which I found absolutely brilliant this time round. In fact, My biggest worry was like not being able to figure out the trains in France and in Switzerland. And then as soon as I got there and it was so easy, my gosh, it was so easy, I calmed down. And the flights both ways actually were delayed, but it was fine, which I was really excited about. I got to test being in an airport. When do you ever get to test that? I got to sit there and calm down and chill out and be like, this is fine. My appraisal of the situation is normal. The threat is non-existent. I like looking around at other people and thinking, well, you're not afraid, and so therefore there's no threat, right? It was a really nice test of it all. I was so glad to get back though, because it was like a 4 a.m. start. Woohoo! That was tough, especially after the week I'd had. But like I said, I was just flying high on vibes. Seriously, I might have flown home myself, to be honest. And am I so glad that I figured that out and said yes instead, and then finally got there and had the best week of my freaking life and came back and had this story to tell. I loved it. It was so good. I never in a million years planned on having an opportunity like that. I never thought that that could happen to just a normal animator. Like, I'm just an animator. In fact, I consider myself a complete nobody animator. I'm so middle of the road. Okay, gotta work on that self-talk though. I never thought that I would get invited to Annecy. Not just invited, but like paid. So I got to experience the entire festival. Well, I got to experience the business side of the festival. I got to give more cards away than I've ever given before. I got to have extremely amazing, personal, and impressive conversations with people I never would dare approach in a networking situation. And I gave 50 business cards away. I think about 50 anyway. I've only come back with half. I'll have to check. Who would have thought that starting a YouTube channel called Moho Gal would put me on Moho's radar enough for them to invite me out to an event that's probably world leading, let's face it. Can't believe it. I still can't believe it. I'm so happy. And I honestly have nothing but thanks and praise for Moho. Like, I love the software anyway. Like, I think you can quite clearly tell. I probably would be a good person to ask, but I would never have thrown myself in that situation. So, just to be asked, like, how outside of the normal animation experience is that? Oh, I'm in love with it. So, I plan on making some videos about the most common questions I got asked while I was out at Annecy. So, things like the line boils, things like really quick head turns, things like really fast rigging. Everybody wanted to know how fast and easy it was. I can show you how fast and easy it is, but I forgot to do that on my channel for some reason. I thought, like, you can make a mistake quite quickly about how what you know, you think everybody else knows. They can't possibly have already figured this out for themselves. Like, surely I'm not the only person that knows this. However, having the same question over and over again at Annecy was really, really illuminating for me. Great. Okay, I know some things that not everyone knows, so I'm going to try and make some videos just to explain some of those core concepts. Rigging, line boils, head turns, you name it. If you have any ideas of what you want to see, please let me know down below, because genuinely I think I need help with that kind of thing. It's easy to get stuck in your head as an animator and assume everyone knows what you know, and I find out very quickly at Annecy that is not the case. Well, exciting. Gives me a million ideas for videos though, and not a lot of time. I am so busy right now. So thank you again to Moho. Thank you so much. And if I met you at Annecy, please let me know who you are. Give me a comment below, give me a like, share this if you think it's worth sharing. I would love to chat to you in the comments. And so, thanks for listening to this massive gush about how excited I am that I got invited to Annecy and I got over my travel demons. I'm so thrilled about it. Who knows where I will go next? Who knows? Hey, maybe you can invite me somewhere. Just saying. Okay, thank you so much, and I'll catch you for the next video. Bye!